Bam! Y'all know what it is. It's Friday morning somewhere. It's time for the morning run. We got a game 7 coming up. Then the Knicks don't want to go away. Hey, man, let's get into it. It's the morning run. It's Deuce the Scoop. It's Uncle Neely. It is the big dog Chico at the urinal. Let's go.
I say good morning to you. Uncle Neely, it's morning somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
7 a.m. in Hawaii, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 12 noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We up in this thing live and direct for the morning run on this great Aloha Friday. And we woke up winning. If you woke up, you woke up winning.
Aloha Friday, what it is, Chico? Something.
It's all, you know what? It's almost like a peace sign. You know how we do the peace sign in the hood, right? Or where we from? Now do it like this is a tough peace sign, right?
Yeah.
And this is a chill peace sign. You can throw it like this. So you don't have to do it all hard like a tourist. Hey. Do it like, a little hang, a little loose.
That's all. That's how the tourists do it. Tourists be like excited. Like,
I'm here.
Is that full extension?
Full extension, man. Full extension.
So speaking of tourists, do the locals when they meet you for the first time, they think you're a tourist, or they realize you Polynegro Asian?
You know what I get a lot? And I think a lot of black guys get this. And even when it killed me when I had long dreadlocks or locks or dreads or whatever you want to call them. I had long hair, and they would always ask me, "Oh, are you military?" I'm like, "Lord, look at my hair." Like, what military person that has dreads down his back? They just look up his skin.
Some kind of CIA secret agent,
right? So I've told some people before, yeah, I am military. You gonna give me a discount? Do you have your ID? No, I don't. Give me a discount. So, anyways, yes, you get those a lot. Yeah.
Bro, I don't even think it was nobody in the No Limit Army with dreadlocks, bro.
In No Limit? Mystical had Dookie braids. What made you think of that, Dukes?
I was trying to find any type of dude I ever seen in the military with dreads. And that's the closest thing to the hood military.
I'm the colonel of the tank.
My dog
I'm telling you. Late 90s, I was a soldier. I was enlisted in the Master P Army. Yeah, that truck came out for sure.
Oh, that I kind of did a divide in the South right there when Pastor Troy came out there and said that. And with the intro, that was tough right there. That was some times right there. You had to pick between P and Pastor.
Man.
Yeah.
But we can talk about some sports today, guys. Got a lot of different news.
I appreciate that.
I'm not going to talk about what we talked about before the show started. How about that?
We might.
Well, let's give a shout out to the people checking in right now. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate y'all supporting us, keeping this show going. Following Dukes the Scoop, getting them over 10,000, getting me to 30,000. We're close to it right now. Y'all make sure y'all follow. Getting Unk to 120,000. Continuing to grow.
This off the subject. Here. But y'all remember that old little computer GIF out there, whatever y'all want to call it, with Russell Westbrook sneaking and eating on the bench? That's what Deuce looked like. That Deuce went like we wasn't gonna see him.
Hey, my bad, dog. Hey man, my partner, man. I just tell the backstory, man. My partner RJ, man, he got this spot called No Salt Smokehouse, right?
Shout out to him.
Man, shout out to him. He pulled up right before the show, like, dudes, you gotta try these oysters. I'm like, bro, I don't just eat oysters from anybody. Bro, let me look. Bro, when I tell you,
a little charbroiled action, a little cheese on there.
Man, it's some crawfish. It's some everything. I mean, look.
Say the name of it again. Because we got a big market in ATL, man. We got big viewership.
And we have a lunchtime live that we need a sponsorship for too. Are we going to be starting to, showcase some different lunch spots? You know what I mean? Especially black owned or small time.
Yeah, man. I know
lunch spots.
No Salt Smokehouse. If you in Atlanta, dog. Hey man, appreciate it, RJ, for sure.
No Salt Smokehouse. If you're in the ATL, Dukes recommends. And you eating whatever. I mean, I can look like a lot of times. Y'all know we be having a show after the show. I went on the 8 before the show today myself. I said I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chico be having you talking all damn day.
So no sauce smokehouse, meaning that you don't need no sauce on the meat because it's so good. And the chef got all the sauce because he was born.
That's the best meat when you ain't got to put sauce on it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say no pause.
No free shout out. As long as you don't put that creamy white sauce on it, like Chuck likes to have.
All right, so like last night, Nuggets forced a game 7 against the Timberwolves. That's gonna be coming up. Ant-Man, and so I just tried to hop off the subject real before you went down the White House Road. Yeah, because ain't no telling what he talking about over there.
Hey,
so it's gonna be a game 7, OKC and Timberwolves. I have been saying long time that OKC was the best team in the West and the Celtics were the best team in the East. So I don't know how that's gonna shake out now, but we got a game 7 in this Western one with OKC and the Nuggets in OKC.
Yes, we do. Nuggets beat OKC 119-107. In game 6, game 7 coming up, of course. Dukes, you still sticking with the Thunder? Well,
yeah.
You still sticking with the Thunder?
Hey, Duke got the red cup. I got the.
Well, man, you know what? Get on that drink today, ain't it?
No, real quick. I like the Nuggets. Man. I was hoping I wanted to see something else out of the Nuggets. I mean, out of the Thunder. And they got all the pieces. I just think they're about a year away. So I think they got one. I think they need one more year. I just don't. Last night I saw my boy, man. I almost called him Ilgauskas. What's my boy name? The center, man.
Hartenstein. I said Hartenstein
for the Hall of Famer. You said
for which one?
For the Nuggets.
Jokic. Tumbo? Oh, Jokic. Oh.
Jokic. Man, last night, man, I watched Jokic call for the ball as a point guard, run pick and roll back to himself, and then put the dude in jail and drew a foul. Such a veteran move. And Caruso was upset. Hartenstein was upset. I mean, and really, he literally just took, and that was a veteran play where I said, you know what, dog, I don't know if there's a veteran on OKC's team that would be able to pull off a move like that and still be relevant in the game. And for someone who touches the ball that much and who's that crafty, who's won a championship, who can say, you know what, look, we're about to get his lead up. Give me the ball. Nope.
Yeah.
Move. I got it. And I don't know if there's anybody on their team that can do that now. Porter shot it a little better yesterday. I just hate how much they shoot the three sometimes. Like they literally have a team. If it's Jamal Murray, we get it. But sometimes when you got a guy 6'10" at Michael Porter, you got another guy in Aaron Gordon who's 6'9", plays above the rim. You would like to see them get better shots. And I think if they consistently get better shots, and I understand it's spacing for Jokic, but he can also shoot it. So while if he's going to be on the perimeter and he's going to be controlling things, or you're playing through him, you want to see some of your front court get better shots, and I think that's going to be their key to victory.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Renee Rainey for being a member for 4 straight months. Appreciate that love, Renee Rainey. I'm gonna tell you this, Deuce to Scoop. I'm with you, but I ain't with you. I'm with you because I feel you. All this gray in my beard, I want to go for the quote unquote older guys, even if they're not old. But I just think, man, like I tell Chico all the time, if you're gonna fail full speed, I think OKC back in OKC should just hit the accelerator all game long. I think some of the times, like the Celtics, when they shoot threes, that's just what they live and die by. When OKC do it, not OKC, I'm sorry, when the Nuggets do it, it look like it's out of fatigue to me. I ain't got the legs to drive to the basket right now, so I'm finna just shoot. And I think if OKC puts the accelerator down with their youth, I think that gives them more of an advantage instead of playing half court ball like the Nuggets, want to do it. Because what I'm saying is, I wouldn't give Jokic time to set up no player. I would just put my damn nose in his chest like Randall be doing, folks. I would take him out of that comfort zone where his basketball strategy and acumen, is a zero-sum game because I'm making him move. But I think strategically, if you play their game, advantage OKC. I mean, Nuggets. I'm sorry. If you play your game, got to go advantage OKC. I'm going to advantage OKC because they're at home. So I'm gonna still stick with OKC in this one, man. But I like your points though. I like your points because Jokic's a mofo.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
You got my respect.
I think the difference is the rebounding. And OKC will have to, a younger team, they're going to have to show effort and rebounding in the basketball. Looking at the stats right here, Nuggets out-rebounded them by 12, 52-40 in this past game. Also outshot them at the 3-point line, 38-28%. But if you look at the box score, look at players like Chet Holmgren and Hartenstein for the OKC Thunder, you have to get more boards. 17 rebounds between them two, but they were out-rebounded by guys like Christian Braun, who had 11, and then Gordon, who had 7. Michael Porter can get more. He had 14. Jokic did his thing with 14 rebounds. Jamal Murray surprised him with 8. But you got to get chips, help from the other guys like Lou Dort, and even Shea got a rebound too. So I think rebounding, that's effort, that's hustling, that's want to, and they got to show that. If the Nuggets are showing more grit and getting to the loose balls more than OKC, then that shows that they want the ball. They want the ball game. They want to win more. And if that's the case, then the Nuggets will pull a game out no matter where they're playing at. OKC
I'll say this,
show some
Chico,
maturity.
to ride with you on that, Chico. I'll say this. Whoever come up with the most 50-50 balls is going to win the game. Because that's what's going to lead to more opportunities. Ken Hatt, he said, facts on Denver is tired. Them YNs are 10 deep, meaning the OKC. Wayne Beal says Nuggets in 7, only because of Westbrook. OKC, not enough playoff experience. So we're going to see.
Yeah.
Does it help you with energy, or does it hurt you with the experience? I think those are 2 good points.
Absolutely. We shall see. And then, like you said, they're coming with 10 deep, and Nuggets only coming with 8. So we'll see how long that can sustain throughout this to finish this series out, and then throughout the playoffs, because they got to see the Timberwolves also.
Let me put one more little nugget on there with coaching, because when you're running 10 deep with YNs, like Ken had said, like that's the players don't put themselves in, the coaches manage that. I got my Jim Hill High School hat on. This is where I went to high school in Jackson. One of the original black high schools in Jackson. The other side of town, one of the original black high schools was Lanier, where Monte Ellis went to school. Y'all remember him at Golden State. And let me tell you what Coach Billups used to do over there. He had 15. He run a whole new 5 at you every time one group got tired.
Yeah.
Like, now I ain't subbing out 2 or 3. I'm subbing out the whole 5. You got to play a whole nother team.
And good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because we running. Teams could do that because they were old and didn't have that kind of depth and that kind of speed and leg energy. I really think now hold up now. Still got to make baskets.
Right.
Make shots. But if I were OKC, I'd be like, look, man, let's play like it ain't no tomorrow. Let's run ourselves into exhaustion, because we know if we get exhausted, we're gonna get them exhausted.
Yeah. Just gotta be under control. And when you look at the 10 they play, how many guys do you trust to initiate your offense? And then also too, all 10 ain't created equal, because you can have 100 versus Gorilla. Who you think gonna win?
We talked about this last night. They got to be dedicated. And OKC has to be dedicated.
Committed 100. Hey man, Mike, why look, let me tell you this. We're gonna see. This is gonna be a interesting and good game 7, man.
Hey, look, can I ask y'all something right quick?
Fights, man. There's some contrast here.
All right, so real quick, who the first 5 people you drafted to go get that Gorilla?
Good question.
Chico, his cousin that got him to throw the brick through one of the.
You got 2 dogs with you.
Oh no, I'm picking some people I don't like, because them gonna be the sacrificial lambs. First 5 getting killed. Now the first 5
and then you turn around and run.
They're gonna fatigue the grill out, but the first 5 getting killed.
And you gonna turn around and run.
Man, somebody gotta go tell your auntie what happened to her baby.
Man, somebody gotta go tell the story.
I ain't running like out of cowardice. I'm running like, go spread the news. Y'all should have seen Chico the Warrior.
Man, I'm picking 3 angry Shaqs. All right.
No, bro, that's no.
Okay, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, we got
When
one
you seen
angry
Shaq
Shaq
fight?
fan.
When
Give
you
me
seen Shaq grab something?
Shit. If Shaq would have connected with that punch on Brad Miller, he probably would have
Brad
still
Miller.
been in the. Yeah, what? Come on, man. I'm getting Shaq. Give me Big Diesel because he's about as strong as the gorilla.
You could be picking like James Harrison and you picking Shaq.
Hey, man, I'm picking Shaq.
That's a good
All
one.
right.
James Harrison the good one.
Yes, James gonna be my. He
Put
gonna
a
be my
gorilla
second
on a
one.
gorilla.
He'll be my second one. You got two big old gorillas right here, James Harrison and Shaq Diesel.
All right.
And then I'm going Mike Tyson because he don't care about anything. He don't care about nothing. So, real quick, Mike said, somebody asked Mike, what other sport would you play if you wasn't a boxer? What do you think Mike's answer was?
I have no idea.
Mike said, I'd be a criminal. I don't like
Yeah,
any
I
other.
remember
I don't like any other sport except fighting.
That's what he said.
So I'm taking Mike Tyson. I'm taking James Harrison. I'm taking Shaq Diesel, and I'm taking somebody like Big Bob Sapp or somebody who's real mad. You know, he got
Hey, Dirk Water said he taking all the owners in the NFL. That's right. Let them 32 expendables go in the next 70 win.
Man, for real.
Chico to okay, Andre. What'd you say, Dukes? Who you taking?
Man, probably Chuck Norris, Bruce Leroy.
They too light. So
Deuce going. Let me tell you something, Chico in the chat. Deuce gonna stand tall for ATL, and he gonna stand tall for Bruce Leroy.
For sure.
Like he is living the glow. Like he look, he do not play around by Bruce Leroy.
Hey, my boy. Hey man, Bruce Leroy. With the glow, of course. Chuck Norris, probably John Jones.
Jones.
Vita Vea.
Big Vita Vea.
Vita Vea. And probably, man, Tyson Fury.
Got reach.
Okay.
Yeah, because man, the way Deontay Wilder hit him a couple times, and he got back up and still won the fight, bro. I was like, man, his cranium looked like it's made out of something different.
It's like it's made out of rubber. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like his whole body made out of rubber. You know, you can't hurt him for real.
Right.
It's gonna hit him and bounce off. Like, damn, this guy.
Either him or Brock Lesnar.
I was thinking about Brock Lesnar too.
No, not on this show. It's not Lesnar. It's Lesnar.
Lesnar for sure.
Man, and then I'm gonna add give me 3 big Usos from Waimanalo, and we good to go. Actually, let me go Y9. I'm going to the west side. Give me 3 big Usos from Y9, and we good to go.
YN9?
Y9.
YN9?
Well, you can call it that, I guess.
That's what you're saying?
He's saying Y9. Like that. It's a location on the island.
Yes, it's a location here. Y9.
Man, but I just branded them folks.
Give me 4 Chicos and a ham sandwich. I'm gonna eat that ham sandwich by them 4 Chicos.
He gonna sit over there and watch. Be pointing like a coach. Go get him. Get him.
Last question, Chico. What's your first move when you run up on a gorilla? If you got to go first, what you doing?
Make them chase me, dodge them, get out the way, get them tired. That's it.
All right.
I'm not gonna talk like I'm gonna go up and grab him or something like that. No, I'm gonna do like Kevin Hart did. Get up off me.
I mean, I would have to agree. I would say the first guy got to kind of try to get him distracted.
I'm gonna go up to him.
You gonna hit with the trickery, Chico?
With the trickery. Trickery. Go up there with a couple of bananas and throw some bananas in his face. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, you gotta come with a strategy, dog.
You gotta
Chico, you like Travis behind me. You the cheat code. you just do it all.
They like send Chico first. All right, you gonna send Chico first. All right.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be like the Royal Rumble.
Matter of fact, give me 75 jokers from Selma and 25 from Jackson.
Nah, see,
Hey, boy.
the jokers from Selma gonna have to take a gun with them.
I tell you who to send. Did
Yeah.
Send Diddy.
Then he gonna go over there with some bottle of baby oil to oil himself up. Cause Gorilla gonna keep
He
slipping.
won't
Gonna
be-
keep
he won't
slipping
be to
away.
grab him. He won't
Keep
be to
slipping
grab
away.
him. Then he say, stay moist.
Hey, boy.
Then he say, you too ashy. Get back in that thing. Dip down in there.
Boy, Diddy a wild boy.
I'm not gonna lie though, that does explain the thousands of bottles of baby oil and the cases of baby oil, right? He just wanted her to swim in it. And it's a shame I was thinking about this last night, but we're getting way too far off subject. But the woman said that she was getting infections and stuff. That's because you're swimming in baby oil. Baby oil is not made to swim in. You could have gotten thousands of bottles of water-based lubricant, right? Instead of baby oil.
Boston Celtics, they hosted the
Oh, did he? All right, the Celtics getting ready to host the Knicks or the Knicks are hosting the Celtics. Which one?
Yeah. We just something, Chico.
Madison Square Garden. We're in New York.
Life jacket.
Celtics at Knicks.
Put it on, Chico.
Series over, Dukes.
Yeah.
Even after they won that game the other night, big win for the Celtics.
Hey man, if the Knicks can't pull this off, man, shame on them as the players, the franchise, the fans, the audience, like the staff, the popcorn man, the peanut man on the street selling street meat, as Barkley called it. Like you Tatum is out. Yeah, Celtics got that win after that, but that was just an emotional win. You're on the road back at home, and then the Knicks are like, hey man, we want to win this in the Garden, and so it's one of them kind of games. If you get back to Madison Square and don't close this thing out after this 20+ year hiatus from the Eastern Conference Finals or the finals, and just like, come on, man, stop it. Like,
I think it's gonna be a celebration. It's gonna be a celebration in the Garden.
Yeah, yes, I picked the Celtics, but the Knicks should clearly win, and I think that's thanks to Jank Chico, who said early on that the Knicks would need an injury from the Celtics, and he sure got it.
I was about to say, it sounded like you said Jank Chico. You did say Jank Chico.
No, I did.
Thought you was talking about somebody I didn't know. I was like, who the hell is Jank Chico?
No,
Jank
like
Chico.
I think Europeans pronounce it Jinx. West Street in Jackson, we say Jank.
Yeah,
we say Jank ass Chico. I've been winning all night. Then Chico walk up.
He can stop bed, put their money up, walk a different way. Everybody break up.
Here come the cooler. Cool the game
like that little boy in Harlem Nights.
Yeah, get that jank kid out of here.
Yeah,
that's him. But no, I think the Knicks gonna wrap it up, man.
Yeah, they should, man. They should. Spike Lee gonna be in the building, of course.
If they don't win tonight, it's over. Celtics gonna win. They don't win tonight.
No, I don't think the Celtics can beat them 3 in a row without Jason Tatum. Now, they're going to put up an effort, and I think guys like Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, they have the green light now with Tatum out and Brown being the main guy. That's why you saw a guy like Derek White. What he had, like 30 points last game. Mm-hmm. This game, can he do that back to back? Him or someone else can step up.
One of the main differences is though, when you run the offense through Jaylen Brown, he's going to penetrate more. And it's gonna leave more wide open shots. And the other part of that is now we talked about is the Celtics dynasty over the other day, and I was saying even with Tatum, if you get a 3-and-D guy who a knockdown shooter, and then they just had one on the bench that they weren't playing.
Yeah.
And how many did he have?
Derek White, 34.
No. Was it Howard?
Hauser, Sam Hauser. Yeah, Hauser. He had 6 points, 2 or 5 from 3-point land. The guy who I think made the difference we talked about last night was Luke Cornett. He had 6 blocks, 9 rebounds, 10 points. He played well. A lot of energy points too.
His blocks, man.
Yep. That turned the ball game. And
but
then the Knicks got in foul trouble also.
About Derek White, to answer your question, yeah, he can do it again back to back. I think people lose sight of what a dynamic player Derek White is or was because he defers his game on that team to Tatum and Brown. You know, he can get his.
Yeah.
You know, he got him in Colorado in college. He got him early on in the league, but he's on a team where you got a big two-headed monster. He's the third, if not fourth option. And so just because he's only scoring 8 to 10 a game does not mean he's not capable of scoring 30. He just had to put his game on the shelf like a Ron Harper did when he went to the Bulls. You know, Ron Harper's a straight up scorer, but when he got to Chicago, it's like, shit, this Jordan Pippen team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let me get my 8 to 12 where I can get it when I get it, putting the rebound back or something.
Yeah, a lot of people be surprised.
Don't mean Harper can't score 30 points.
Right. A lot of people be surprised how good NBA players are. You know, how many points they actually can score, but then they don't do it in the games because it's a business and you have to work well together. You're not going to go out there just because you scored 30 in college. You know, it's your team to score 30 on. No, dog.
What's my man Pat Bev?
Patrick Beverly.
He came out of Illinois, man, like Mr. Basketball for the state. Like, you know, Chicago got hoopers, but everywhere he played, he had to defer his game to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. That's how you find your role, your niche in the NBA.
I'll tell you what. Imagine if the Mavericks never let Jalen Brunson go.
I think they had to though with Luka, right?
I mean, no, I'm just saying though. Just imagine it though, like having that type of score on that team, just still because you know.
I think that's what Kyrie is for them. That's what Kyrie is for them, though, right?
But he could play the facilitator. What I'm saying is Jalen Brunson right now has a team on his back, and the point I'm getting to is that he had to get in the space to be allowed to do those things. Right. And that's the same thing that Derek White has the opportunity to do now. To both of you guys' points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was with you, Chico.
Shouts out to my guy J.D. Davison getting in the game for 3 minutes for the Boston Celtics out of Calhoun.
Let me tell you about Chico, Dukes.
Here we
you
go.
You can make this gorilla analogy. 5 minutes into the fight with the gorilla, Chico gonna start fighting other guys because he's gonna think somebody, man, you bumped me. Like Chico has a problem identifying allies.
Boy-ish.
I have to tell Chico all the time, Chico, unball your fist. I'm finna compliment you.
Dog.
Like this is, I'm gonna work with you, Chico. Man,
I gotta keep my fist, my fist. I gotta keep my fist balled up so much. Hey, you always swinging, so I gotta.
But like,
so when you tell me to unball it, I'm like, okay,
agreeing with you, and you took the argumentative tone. Like, come on, dog. The man is in concert with you. Y'all look up. It'll be Chico and the gorilla versus 99 people. Chico go to the damn gorilla. Hey, like the motherfucker.
But look, that's the crazy part.
I'm on the gorilla side.
This is the thing that Chico got going for him. Chico will convince the gorilla that they together.
Exactly.
Chico was like, "That's me."
Gorilla, listen, gorilla.
I brought you these bananas.
Yeah.
The same way he got everybody else tricked. That they think Chico be getting picked on, he'll trick that gorilla too.
Hey, gorilla, I got 10 bananas in the back. You can't get them until all these dudes out here are dead and I'm alive. All right.
Gorilla getting his ass whooped. Chico done walked off with Miss Gorilla. Back to the trees.
Not even knowing, my boy probably like, man, Chico's such an eclectic dude that he probably has some, for sure. Like he probably like you'll mess around and Chico done took a gorilla class somewhere. Like he might be able to go tame it. You know what I mean? You just never know with Chico, dog. And I don't mean that in no kind of bad way. You just know a little bit about a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Props. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Now you recognize the ally when you see it.
Yeah. And they said just give up 15 push-ups. Man, Chico, no push-ups, man, dog. Chico, you get the day off.
Well, we said Chico too many times on the show. We supposed to be talking about something else, not Chico. I'm just over here
right.
to
we try. We do our damnedest to talk about other stuff, but somehow Chico makes the subject about Chico. We have to respond. I mean, we were sitting here talking about, you know, what Jokic should do or not do, and you said, "Yeah, man, but did it with all that baby oil? I just think the gorilla would just lube him up."
Hey, Gerardo, man.
I did not bring that up first.
Funny, dog.
Chico gonna bet on the gorilla and never pay up. Chico on Mr. Gorilla.
Yo, wow, man.
Right. Chico, my partner, man.
All right. Where should we go next? Where we going now?
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. No, Chico, not by no baby oil. If this thing were to go back to Boston. You might as well gift wrap that thing to the Pacers, man. They resting.
Yeah. Pacers Knicks would be a good series. Man, I hate to even go for the Pacers, but they're good. I like Halliburton. I like their squad. They got a good team. They got a deep team also. It'll be a good matchup with the Knicks. I think that'll go 6 or 7 games also.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what about those playoff games between the Knicks and the Pacers in the late '90s, man?
Love them.
Starks and Mace and Ewing versus Rick Smits.
Anthony
Mark
Davis,
Jackson.
Dale Davis,
Yeah, them Davis boys.
Aaron
The Davis
McKee,
boys.
Mark Jackson, Reggie
Shout out to
Miller.
Aaron McKee, Meridian, Mississippi. Shout out to that dude.
Yeah,
Already.
Derek McKee, boy, you said one.
Yes, indeed. Austin Crozier. What's his name? What was Austin Crozier's name? That was his
Yeah.
name?
Out of
Austin-
Providence.
Ah!
Played at Providence.
Yael has rightly so pointed out to us that the WNBA does indeed start tonight.
Yes,
I don't think
indeed.
it's got the energy going to this season as the last season, which is pretty much evident. But I think it's going to pick back up, particularly you get through this season. Like I told Deuce, I told Chico last night, one thing is going to help this season is with old girl, I think she's from France. She's dunking on somebody.
Drop
Yeah.
step.
Yeah, she's going to get an in-game dunk.
Big,
Drop
tall, long. What?
Yeah, with all the movements, man, and all the stars, and then you look at how the draft gets played, how the draft plays out. I'm really looking forward to see what Dallas does with that backcourt. That's probably one of the best backcourts in the WNBA we've seen in a while, as far as a rookie joining it. And the improvements that the Fever made. I'm excited to see BG with the Atlanta Dream, man. The Atlanta Dream got such a cold jersey too, bro. Like I'm gonna buy one this year. But yeah, definitely.
Is that something that you have to kind of like think about before you do? Like, am I going to wear a women's jersey as a man? Is that something that's even crossed your mind, or should that be a non-factor?
Talking about me?
You put your girlfriend panties on before, man. Ain't no wrong no damn wearing no WNBA jersey.
Y'all see that, right? I asked a real question. Y'all see that?
Like you got a real ounce. Ain't no wrong with wearing a WNBA jersey.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think twice. And actually, when I went to go buy it the first time, they didn't have like men's versus women's sizes. They just
unisex.
The real jersey, like it was just like large, extra large, and it wasn't cut no kind of weird way. Unisex.
You talking about is it the more blue color scheme or the red color scheme?
Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah,
them tough.
Yeah, you gotta make it like, good fashion for Atlanta too. Go with some shoes and stuff.
You got Atlanta's opening day roster. You got that picture?
I'll look it up. Here's their jersey though, just in case anybody was looking for it. That's the one right there, Dukes.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Okay.
Then I got I got them Ja Morant 7.62s. Go crazy with them.
He got his shoes named 7.62. Isn't that named after a bullet?
That's a joke, Chico.
Oh, I was about to say, damn, I hope he didn't do that for real, dog.
That's what I call him.
My heart just dropped right there, cuz I'm glad you didn't lead me down that road.
No, actually, Ja got some Kool-Aids that just came out that are pretty tough. They come in like a Kool-Aid container box. I'm definitely about to get those. But the Ja Morant 2s are pretty good. Anthony Edwards just dropped a new shoe. Oh yeah, there we go.
ATL Dream 2025 roster right here. What stands out to you, Dukes?
Lisa Gray and Brittany, for sure.
I'm just trying to see who pretty. I ain't gonna lie.
Lord have mercy. BG. That's right. To see who's pretty. That's your uncle. That's your uncle.
I'm gonna get on my gaming account. I'm betting on the pretty team this year.
Yep. Well,
Jim Hill High School. Who you got winning the championship WNBA? Who the favorites? Still the Liberty?
I don't know. Let me see. That's a good question, Chico. WNBA odds.
So, like for me, without looking at who's injured, who's not injured, with the basket still being 10 feet out the floor and who the Aces got on their team out of Vegas, I'm gonna always have them as my favorite. Now, whether they pull it off or not is a different thing, but can't teach height.
Right now, you got the Liberty first,
then
the Fever, the Aces, the Lynx, and the Mercury, top 5.
Right. Mine is a little bit different. Mine has Liberty, Aces, Fever, Lynx, in that order. So I'm going back with the New York Liberty. They got my girl Inesco. I like her. That's my girl.
I just said it. What I said, Liberty, Fever, Aces, and Lynx. What you say?
I think I'll just switch the top 2. So I said
Fever, Liberty.
I said Liberty, Aces, Fever, and Lynx.
Okay.
But that's from BetMGM.
Nah, the Fever. What's the odds for those? Because the way I see it, they got the Fever and the Aces at the same odds.
Okay, so let me see. That could be the case. Here we go, right there.
Everybody got different, huh?
That's from MGM right there.
Yeah.
Well, it's very close.
Then we got Chicago Sky way down there, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Angel Reese can't make no layups. Y'all just don't want to admit it.
Man, get up off that girl. Leave her alone. She's gonna be better this year, just like Caitlin Clark will be better this year.
But I hope everybody's gonna be better this year.
We just try to get star players in each city that they have, so that when they're facing each other, like we talked about last night, when they're facing each other, it's not just a draw from if the Fever come to town, they can now go wherever they're going in that hometown, wherever they're facing, they'll have a star there too, like Juju Watkins. She comes out of college, and other big time players that's coming up also.
Man,
so I think the game will continue to grow.
Man, and I think the best thing for a lot of the younger players who are able to get in that top echelon of players as rookies, they get that extra year in Unrivaled. Like Unrivaled is really going to be good, because before, when they went, they had to basically change up their games to a European game, but now they can really work on their one-on-one games when you're playing 3-on-3 basketball. So I think especially the younger ones, like Angel Reese, to be able to get those reps against the best of the best in the league in a different setting. Now you got teammates that are able to teach you that previously that they probably wouldn't be spending as much time with you unless you guys made it to the same European or overseas league. So man, shout out to Unrivaled for making a difference in the WNBA for sure.
Yeah. I think I got a couple of things I can ask y'all about. One, the Big Three and the NBA coming with their own Big Three league. What does Ice Cube and the Big Three do, with the competition coming from the NBA directly?
I ain't even seen that, for real.
Yeah, they're doing like the international 3-on-3 basketball league. Let me look it up.
I'm with Ice Cube.
I'm with Cube also.
Yeah, facts.
So shout out to Ice Cube. And they just had their Big Three draft also. I saw Gilly working out with them.
At the combine.
Got a new Miami team. Yes. Got a new Miami team now. I think they got a squad. They should be favored to win the Big Three also. So y'all make sure y'all watch that. With Lance Stevenson going down there to the 305 squad.
Yeah, Lance Stevenson, the original Randall. Don't nobody want to guard to play him either.
Man,
somebody switch with me, man. Get this dude.
Born ready.
Yeah, ain't got time.
Yeah, Dwight Howard will be playing also in the league.
Speaking of baby oil.
That boy D White, boy. Hold on, let me look at this draft. Okay, let's see what we got.
The NBA colluded against Ice Cube. Yeah, I think Miami got a squad down there. They got all pro players with Lance Stevenson, Reggie Evans, Mario Chalmers. Who's the other guy I saw on there? Got like a bunch of pro players down there. And even while you're looking at that, Dukes, we do have some Colorado recruiting news getting ready to come in, guys. I see y'all in the chat. Y'all stay tuned for that. Unc is quick with it. Let me see. Let me pull that up right quick.
Cute.
You see it, Dukes?
What? No, I don't see what you're talking about.
Oh, I thought you was looking at the draft. My bad, big dog. My bad, big dog.
No. I ain't meaning no kind of way. I'll just answer your question.
Okay.
Did I say that aggressively?
No, you didn't. It's all good. I'm doing that for Unc, so he don't think I answered aggressively. I didn't Try to answer.
Chico, I'm telling you, you just have a different lens when it comes to what appears to be aggression or not. Male, female, pictures.
And somebody
videos.
told me I was aggressive last night
because what?
You know, we're
I
not
mean,
gonna
somebody could be singing a song, their favorite song. Oh, that's too aggressive.
Nah, Chico, what they said last night, bro?
I just reacted. I was doing something, and I was just like, somebody was trying to call me from over there. I was like, oh, you know how you do like this? They're like, damn, you have to shush me. I'm like, bro.
Oh, you had to, I know, yeah.
Like, bro, I didn't shoot you, dog. I was doing something.
It wasn't no bro.
You ain't gonna say bro, trying to throw us off.
Well, woman, girl, whatever. I'm trying to throw y'all off.
Yeah. I said, hey, bro, like, come on. It wasn't, you know damn well, it wasn't no bro.
Mm-hmm.
You tell her yourself by telling her yourself.
Chico's so funny, man.
All you gotta do is just keep it calm,
wild,
man. Just keep it regular.
What you ordered to eat last night, Chico? Where this come from? Where this question come from? They must have heard us say we was going to get something to eat last night.
What did you order?
I cooked.
What'd you make?
Baked chicken, vegetables, sweet potato, Brussels sprouts. You know what I mean?
How many people you cook for?
It was just myself. That's all.
I mean, you cook enough for a couple of days, or you just cook like one breast, one scoop of pea, like.
Well, you know what? Damn. Hold on. I'm sorry. Rewind. That was actually during the daytime. I made some steak chips with the same vegetables from earlier. So
mongoose steak.
No, not the mongoose steak. Just regular.
Hey, do people eat? Hey, do they eat mongoose?
Nah, man.
Nah, bro.
Not that I know of. Not that I know of.
South, they eat rabbit, squirrel.
They eat rabbit and squirrel. Yeah, I don't think so, dude. I really don't think so. But that's like an island squirrel, the mongoose. Just thought about it.
That's why I asked that question.
Letting the chat know Chico was trying to floss on us one day, and he gonna send us a picture of him at the beach. And little did he know the picture he took, there was something running across the screen. I'm like, Chico, what the hell is that? Oh, that's just a mongoose. Man, what the hell?
So that's why I took the picture. I saw the mongoose. I took it. Said, "I'm sitting this over there." Damn mongoose. Yeah, it scared the hell out of me first when I saw him too. What the hell is that? Like a little dog. So, anyways, Colorado. Dukes, you might know this kid right here. Let me see if I can pull him. I thought I had him on here. Right, there he is. Cedarian Morgan, wide receiver, 5-star wide receiver, is look like he enjoyed his visit at Colorado. They're saying a lot of good feedback and words are coming from his visits and how he did up there. What do you think about Colorado going after top tier talent like this one, 5-star guys, and they're even seriously considering Colorado, after just 2 years removed from winning one game. What do you think about that, man? Colorado going after the big dogs.
I mean, I would just say like Coach Prime really kind of has separated himself from that 1-11 stigma. Even when he was coming off a 1-11 season, he was still getting 5 stars. So, and then he came off 4-8, was still got a 5-star. Every year he got a 5-star. So, and you don't get 5 stars without recruiting them. So I think that when you got a quarterback in waiting in the wings like Julian Lewis, and you don't know when he'll be the starter. He could be starter this year, he could be the starter next year, but you got a 5-star. You're building a program where the offensive line is well stocked. You're proving what's important to you by the way that you recruit. 5 stars to take a notice, and then you still got the Coach Prime effect. Like his mama and grandmama love Coach Prime. Like that's what really got them there. Like they made this visit happen. So I don't know if you're familiar with Madhouse training facility.
Yes, of course. Shout out to Madhouse Training. They train my little cousin trained with them too. Amari Powell Smith. Shout out to them.
Yeah, so he a Madhouse kid. Yeah. So he goes up there and trains, and you already got a guy like Jaheim Otis, who's also a Madhouse kid. So excuse me, not Jaheim Otis, Anquin Big Quinn.
Big Anquin, yeah.
Yeah, Anquin's a Madhouse kid, excuse me. So they got some familiarity and they know what they're getting in him. He has some familiarity, and I don't think him and Quinn are tight, but being in that same circle just allows you to know what you get at Colorado. And yeah, I think they got as good a shot as anybody, man. When I talk to I think a lot of people think he's Alabama's to lose. But when you hear anything that he says, it doesn't sound that way. And when I talk to people that know, it's like, look, if Colorado continues to mash the gas, you just don't know what happens in December. I don't care if he commits to anybody or not. It's just one of those things that a lot of people didn't believe Julian Lewis was coming until Julian Lewis had on black and gold.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was working at a place where a lot of people just like, he ain't coming. He ain't going now. And not even just there. There's a lot of people 24/7 never thought that he was going. Rob never thought that he was going, and he went.
Yeah.
So I think the same thing with CD Morgan. At any time, it's only 32 5-stars in every class. It's only 32. So when you talk about blue chip talent, I think the fact that Colorado can pick a couple of guys and say, you know what, we're going after these guys. I think they get a 5-star every year. I do.
Yeah. I think
I agree.
Right
I think you absolutely get a 5-star every year, and I think there's a couple of items that are driving that. One, these players see what you're doing with the non-5 stars. You look at this year's drafts, and if you're a receiver, what school had the most receivers drafted? Colorado. The other thing that players look for, Dukes, in your recruiting business is stability. What coach just signed his extension? Colorado. Then you look at, who's going to be coaching you. And you look at Jason Phillips, a wide receiver coach, All-American when he played college ball at Houston. His quarterback won the Heisman Trophy, and Andre Ware. He led the nation in receiving yards 2 years in a row. He played pro ball with the Falcons in the Lions. His understudy, coach and grooming, is Rashad Davis, who knows what he's doing offensive minded and training receivers and punt returners. Man, you start putting all those things in the basket, Colorado becomes very attractive. And we hadn't even touched on what you started with, Dukes, is the knowing, the stability of, I'm going to have a quarterback. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Salter or Juju, I'm going to have a quarterback. A lot of situations you have to kind of wait and see, particularly if you're a skill player, where the quarterback is going to go, what he's going to do, what his plans are, who do you have coming after that? Well, you got two at Colorado right now. And so no matter which one of it is, you still got the other one, and that just helps you recruit as well. Even if it's not mentioned, they're mentioning it at home around the dinner table, because it's one thing to decide where I'm going to go play. That's my decision. But I got to look damn closer. Who am I going to be playing with? Because in football, your success is directly tied to other people.
Yeah.
If you're a running back, you want to know you got an offensive line, and you want to know you got a coordinator that's going to call running plays. You want to know you got a running back coach that's going to do the best out you. But look what you got in Colorado now. Which is why you see running backs in the portal and showing interest. Look what you got in the wide receiver room, and then the way that the ball is spread around, everybody gets the opportunity. You look at what LaJohntay Weston and Jimmy Horn were able to do, knowing that they were going to be playing in the same room with Travis Hunter. Still got there, still got drafted. That in and of itself, even though you don't put it on a brochure and do it in paragraph form, that helps you recruit. Because, dog, we all gonna go in this room.
Yeah.
Like, it reminds you of like the Alabama running back days or the LSU cornerback days. Like, it doesn't matter who out here, we all going.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Shout out to Cedarian Morgan. You call him CD, Dukes? CD Morgan?
Yeah.
Class of 2026 wide receiver, 6'4" to 6'5", 200 pounds. Benjamin Russell High School, Alexander City, Alabama. Quick, what do you call it? Quick trivia. Big time wide receiver from Benjamin Russell High School in Alexander City, Alabama. Go. Hall of Famer.
John Stallworth.
Terrell Owens out of Alexander City, Alabama. Benjamin Russell High School.
Prosperity guy, they said Terrell Owens.
Terrell.
Yeah, don't call him Terrell. Terrell, don't call me Terrell Owens. And CD Morgan was ranked number 11 nationally in 2026 by 247 Sports, and rated number 2 wide receiver in the class, and number 48 in the ESPN 300 2026 class. So he would be a 5-star wide receiver for Julian Lewis to be throwing that ball to, or Salter,
or Chico. Chico, you got a couple years eligibility left.
Probably got one, but my shoulder, my AC joint gone, so I won't be throwing anything. I throw a couple passes and my shoulder be hurting.
Throw the D's on that bit. Just bought a Cadillac.
Mob Town, Mobile in the building. Next question, Unc Dukes. Where do we go from here?
On
Only
the
up,
show?
right?
What are you talking about?
Oh. Where do we go from here, Unc? On the show.
Chico.
I thought you had something set up. I'm trying to throw you the alley. I thought you had something set up.
I'm doing like you. I called it, just dribble back out. Like, you ain't throwing. Hey, dude, you remember that show? The dude that Chico got mad at me every time I passed the ball, he would say I knocked it out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. I remember
He
that.
not only would catch the ball, he would create a turnover. That's
Right.
You talk about a hater. You talk about a hater.
That's a hater right there. He don't care if he hurt the team. Man, I don't care. Knock the ball out of game.
But to answer your question, you go. Tell you where we go from here, man. Like we're less than 100 days, from week 0 in college football, and you don't have the time you think you have, because like people hear 100 days and you really don't have those 100. That's 100 calendar days. You got about 2.5 weeks in June that you can do summer conditioning. You got about 2 weeks in July. The only firm thing you got, is that 4.5 weeks before your first game. So Colorado gets to report that last week of July that rolls into August 1st, because we play on Friday the 29th. But there's just not a lot of time that you think you have to get ready for Georgia Tech. Like the season opener is literally upon us. No time wasted. You got to be getting in shape on your own right now. You got to show up in the best individual shape you can so that Coach Swayze can get you in the team shape, because it literally be time for football practice before you know it, man. When you look at that calendar and you see, okay, we're really right at June. We're halfway through May. And the limited days you have in June, the limited days you have in July. Guess what's next? August. Guess when you have a game? You have a game in August against someone who's playing the best football that they've played in a decade or more.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad you brought up Swayze. Did y'all see where Juju was at his sister graduation at the University of Miami? And Jonathan Vilma was a speaker, and he spoke on what Coach Swayze meant to him and how much he provided. Man, anybody you talk to from the University of Miami in those classes, those star-laden Hall of Fame, college football Hall of Fame, very productive professional careers, they always talk about Coach Swayze, dog. They swear by that dude. So I think, man, this offseason, man, I think is really important for Colorado as he really puts his imprint, because he's going to be the guy. He got some time in January, February. Now, this is going to be his time to shine once again to get you ready right before the season. I think he's going to have those guys in amazing shape.
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree. I call him the DM. And Swayze said, man, what do you mean? I said, the difference maker. I thought he had this spring team about 2 weeks ahead of schedule from a strength and conditioning standpoint. And I'm looking forward to being there in June and witnessing, his craft and his technique and what he does in off-season, condition as well. But you have to understand, Dukes, Chico in the chat, that Coach Prime is not about winning. He's about dominance. And here's just a fun fact for you. We have yet to win the last game of the season. And not only do we lose the last game of the season, we get physically dominated in it. How do you correct that? You make changes in strength and conditioning. And that's not attacking somebody. That's not, saying something was wrong. That's an effort to get better. Coach Prime did it at Jackson State. Jackson State was undefeated in conference, but he didn't think we were winning by the margin we should be winning. And he made a change to offense coordinator after being undefeated.
Yeah.
Like, the guy is about maximizing the moment. You hear him say that to the players all the time, maximizing the opportunity. And one thing he knew we had to improve on this year is, one, we got to be in better conditioning from top to bottom, because we're going to need depth. We need everybody on this team if we're going to win more than 9 games. And he also said we got to have a stronger running game. What did he do? He made a change in strength and conditioning. He made a change in the running back room.
Absolutely. And like you said, man, even when you are actually working out, the key to gaining and to improving is not to plateau and to keep switching up your workouts. So if you're doing the same thing over and over again, our same workout plan, you're not going to see much improvements at a certain point. So you have to switch it up. So a different strength coach will do exactly that. He's going to come in with his own plan, which is going to be different from the previous plan. And then you have a guy with 15 plus years experience in a winning program, right? With all these guys with testimonies saying how he changed their life on and off the field. This is, like you said, this is a real difference maker right here in Coach Swayze with a proven track record. And when you've done something so long and then you get a change of scenery, right? It's like you get a fresh start and you get a redo. Almost like when you have, I heard someone Snoop Dogg talking about how he has grandkids now. And Unc, you could talk about this, how you maybe were hard on your own kids, but now you realize what you could have done, parenting them. You can actually do that with your grandkids now because of the experience you have from your own kids. And I think a guy like Coach Swayze is in that situation right now to where Colorado is kind of like his grandkids, right? He's been through everything with University of Miami. He brought them up in a way. Now he sees a different way to do it, a more improved way. It might not be all the rah-rah yelling. It might be more of a loving type way, but he's still going to get those results that he's looking for, and he's been proven to bring out of the player. So I think Colorado, like you said, is in a great position to go into this summer and get into great shape to be ready for Georgia Tech in August.
I think one of the best testimonies that you can hear about a person, I don't care if it's BiggDogg, Chico, Deuce the Scoop, myself, or if you're in the chat and looking in the mirror, one of the best things that can happen for you and in your life is when people speak good of you and you're not in the room.
Yep.
What do people say about you when you're not in the room? What do people say about you when they absolutely know what I'm saying about you will never get back to you? When they absolutely know that what I say about you, you will never find out. If you have a situation where people can speak like that and they're speaking of you and still speaking positively, you know you got some good character and good acumen about you. And every time I talk to folks from Miami before Swayze got there, when I talked to even when D. Lou, when he was still with Colorado, you talk about sappers from the U. Everybody that's been affiliated with the U in that championship program, that high caliber program, everybody speaks highly of Coach Swayze when he's not around and when he is around.
Mm-hmm. And that speaks volumes right there. Those caliber of people also, it's not just anybody. Like you said, some people can speak about you, they have no credibility. So shout out to Coach Swayze, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep making a difference up there in Colorado, and the guys will be responding to it. What you saying, Dukes?
Ain't saying nothing.
There you go. Had his fist balled up under the microphone down there. He just ready to fight.
Dude. I saw him smiling. I'm trying to set him up to see what he's
saying. Do something. What you saying, Dukes?
Coat jacket.
Hey, man, one thing I did notice about that schedule, I don't think I noticed before. Did I see 7 home games and 5 away?
7.
Yeah, 7 home. And here's another thing you see there, Dukes, that I absolutely love. You see gold is home, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the black squares are away.
Mm-hmm.
No back-to-back road games.
Mm-hmm.
Back-to-back home games, 2 sets.
2 sets of back-to-back home games, but no back-to-back road games. You go on the road to Houston on that Friday night, then come home for 2 in a row. Then you go back to Texas, TCU, and then you just alternate from there on out.
Hey, very winnable.
That schedule sets you up for success, dog.
It does. Definitely does. So you got to be ready. You
and everybody has Texas Tech as supposed to be like the team. They're not even on the schedule.
They're not.
The one thing to make that Georgia Tech game just so special is not only is it week 1, and I think that's an older version because I think that's Friday the 29th now instead of Saturday the 30th. But nevertheless, it's still that same weekend. Is you never want to look ahead at games, right? But you have to imagine based on what was happening last year and what you got coming in this year that Delaware, Houston, and Wyoming are wins. And so you got a chance for BYU to come in if you beat Georgia Tech to be sitting at 4-0, man. Because you got a favorable 4 leading in to that BYU game. And well, neither why you mentioned BYU. Y'all remember the bowl game? Y'all don't forgot the bowl game already?
Yeah, BYU is always good. They're going to be good, especially in the trenches. So
I owe them something for real. And 2, well, another thing I like about this schedule, look at where the bye weeks are.
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the year, sometimes you will beg for a bye week. The team's all beat up, and you got 2 within your last 4 games, if I ain't mistaken. 5.
After West Virginia?
Yeah, you got after West Virginia, and then that gap between Iowa State and Utah.
Right. Yeah, no. So I think having those in your having 2 bye weeks in your final 5 games, your strength and conditioning, you start out strong. By the time you get those are well-earned breaks by that time of the year. And a lot of times that's when you need to get healthy. That's when all those nicks and bruises and all of that, those are the small injuries that a week could help you with. So I think having those on the backside of the schedule, that's gonna be important.
You're running off 7 games, take a break, play 3, take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, not sleeping on anyone. If anybody, you don't take anybody lightly.
Shout out to the Delaware Joe Flacco's. Like, we know they can play.
Yeah, everybody on the schedule can play.
Yes,
but you crazy as hell if you think Vegas ain't picking favorites and people ain't picking favorites in the game.
Right.
Like that's just what we do.
DJ, that's another good one. That's gonna help you too as far as with the playoff committee, even coming out of the Big 12. No FCS schools. That's a good point. That's another good point, DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just know we got to get 9+ wins. You got 9 wins, and that wasn't good enough. You got to get double-digit wins because, again, y'all, the goal is not to get Miss Peggy to a bowl game. The goal is to go to the Big 12 championship and win it. You win the Big 12 championship, you're in the CFP, but we got to get to the Big 12 and win it. And you see the path when you look at the schedule to do that. You got to beat who you got to beat.
Yeah, it's only one team in the Big 12 that I think that could mess with Colorado in the trenches now, and that's Texas Tech. Outside of that, nobody did what they did in the trenches. Defensive, offensive line, like Texas Tech probably has the #1 D-line transfer portal class in the country, just based off ratings, right? But when you look at that schedule and you look and you say, what D-line scares me? I mean, I'm looking. They're not there. Like Colorado, last year, I think we talk about Shedeur, we talk about the receivers and Trav and LaJonte and Jimmy and Will, but that D-line was a difference maker. And I think it'll be the same thing this year, man. When you got one of those top flight D-lines, man, you're able to impact the game in a different way. And I think the way this roster is constructed, not only did they go get better at tackle, man, they went and got 2 starting level tackles, dog. When you already had some people that you thought could start.
Right.
Like they did. I mean, I don't think people are really realizing or giving and because the portal was kind of herky-jerky, everybody wants the news all at once. And you had started off fast, then you had a lull. But over the past 2 weeks, dog, the boy from Tennessee was a starter. Basically, I talked to somebody at Tennessee who's very familiar. He was getting the reps with the ones. I'll do a breakdown on him as well. And then the guy that just got, was it from Illinois or Maryland?
Maryland.
Yeah, he started 7 games last year, dog. Like, I haven't talked to anybody up there yet, but I'm very familiar with his coach last year, Brian Braswell. So I'll be getting some good stuff. Shout out to Brian Braswell out of College Park, Georgia, Banneker High School. But had to shout him out. But he's a guy that he recruited, so I'll be able to talk about that. And that may have been one of the reasons that he did leave Maryland. So we'll see going forward.
And I think one of the things we got to do, and I know it's not even June yet, but we're talking about how fast the summer is going to go by. Throw that schedule back up one time for me, Chico. We got to keep in mind the ebb and flow of college football, and that cannibalization takes place. Eating each other takes place. You're going to reach a point in the schedule where people of the Big 12 start playing people in the Big 12. And what happens when the Big 12 plays each other? Somebody's going to lose. And so when you get to about that midway point where we're facing, a BYU or say an Iowa State, that stretch of the schedule, people are going to be dropping games and the makeup of the conference is going to shift. What you want to do to go to the conference championship game, you got to be one of number 2. And the beauty of in conference like that without divisions is you can have a loss and still go. Hell, you have 2 losses to still go.
Yeah. Oh,
But
they're set up.
we as fans, when we start watching games, oh man, the season's over. The beauty of the way the playoff system is set up now, and way some of these conferences are set up now, man, you got to really be like 4 losses to truly be out of it, out of your conference, out of playing in your conference championship.
Yeah.
Man, y'all realize them boys got 8 starters on the offensive line?
Yeah, they really retooled, man, and top graded, like you said, to bring in the guys that they did bring in. If you look at the ones that left, no disrespect to them, but the guys that's left, like we brought in Big Peyton Kirkland from Texas, he left. Big Clemson, Flapjack, he left. I think kid from Michigan left too. The thing is, I think they were still projects. They were still guys who hadn't had any starts in college, but who might have been projected to in a year away. Now you have those guys exit, and you bring in guys who have real experience. Like one guy, playing over 400 snaps, 1 sack. That's pretty good. That's experience. That's the guy that coming in there with some confidence and knowing what he can do on the football field. And now you have those guys competing with one another rather than several projects on the offensive line that still need work. You have guys that's ready to come in and plug and play, especially if somebody goes down. He's ready to go in there and start right now.
Xavier Griffin, Memphis. He's got a program. He's got a mid-round grade right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said all along, man, when the portal opened up, and by the time Coach Prime got done with it, from left tackle to right tackle, we're going to be guys that are going pro. So you're going to see a different showcase next year. You're not just going to see skill players at Colorado for Pro Day. You're going to see the trenches out there. You're going to not just see receivers get drafted. You're going to see linemen get drafted because this team has totally upgraded in the trenches.
Yes, indeed. As you said already, they were ranked number 12 in the transfer portal right now, overall in college football. So as far as newcomers go, so just keep moving up, keep doing your thing. Shout out to Coach Corey Phillips, who we've had before on the morning run. Y'all can check out that interview from a couple weeks ago, and stay tuned for more. Man, we have more insights, in-depth coverage from Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, NBA news, NFL news, WNBA, and everything around the sports world and culture.
I bet you won't wrap it.
I mean, I was trying to, but
hey, since we didn't know, the Texas Truth said it's a beautiful thing. Hey, y'all seen that the clip that Bucky posted and Coach Prime posted? Like everything like they had been through, like with the draft, and not just him, but everybody getting drafted. And he got his new song out. Hey man, that might be one of Bucky's hardest songs, dog. Osakin, my bad, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that song hard, man. Go check that out if you haven't, man. Shout out to Coach Prime, shout out to Bucky, man. That was a hard clip, and I could see that being one of those songs that end up being like a theme song for the year. It's like all fall down. Them are hard.
Yeah,
I randomly yell out Osakin when I'm in the traffic, just because I don't know what the hell it means.
Just say Osakin.
Somebody cut me off. Somebody, Osakin.
No, he snapped with that one.
Yes, indeed. Shador Sanders and Travis look like they linked back up at
what is that? Can't wrap the show.
A Panini conference. So shouts out to Travis and Shador being in the same building once again doing some type of promo. So shout out to those guys. Other than that, I think we can get up and about this thing. Y'all make sure y'all put in the comments right now. Put Unk in the comments, put Dukes in the comments, or put BiggDogg Chico in the comments. I put all 3 in the comments right now. You understand me? For whatever reason. Until we get up out of here. Thank y'all for coming out. Have a great weekend. Aloha Friday. Put your shakas in the air. Go have a good drink. Eat something healthy. Get a workout in. Say your prayers. Eat your vitamins. And no, brother, we'll be back. We'll be back Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with more The Morning Run. Until then, we up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East.
That boy Chico freaky, man. You know he was getting ready to talk about Diddy again. Y'all heard me?
We're gonna talk about no damn Diddy again. That's
hey, boy, you were ready, boy.
Take that. We out of here.
You got the live open, Dukes.